Welcome everybody to Young Composer Reacts to Billie Eilish NDA. I did this live yesterday, but the video got blocked, so here's a re-upload. If you want to see more live stuff, subscribe to the channel. Enjoy. Let's jump right into it.
Did you think I'd show up in a limousine? No. Had to save my money for security. Got a stalker walking up and down the street. Says he's Satan and he'd like to meet. I bought a secret house when I was 17. Haven't had a party since I got the keys. Had a pretty boy over but he couldn't stay. On his way I made him sign an NDA. Yeah, I made him sign an NDA. Once is good, 'cause I don't want him having shit to say. You couldn't save me, but you can't let me go. I can crave you, but you don't need to.
This is my second listen because I went live earlier, but it didn't work. Stuff happens. So this is Billie Eilish NDA, and this first verse reminds me actually of Bad Guy, because of how quiet Billie's vocals are, and because of the amount of bass that is being used. And when I say amount, I mean like the tone of the bass, and the actual notes played by the bass are like super low, even maybe lower than this keyboard I have right there. And oh yeah, turns out same key as Bad Guy as well. I didn't know that. So yeah, this first verse just builds the song pretty quietly and in true Billie fashion. I'm a fan of the little things that happen with the synth that has a piano tone in terms of pitch bending. So sometimes you can do that in a DAW, and this actually sounds pretty much like what happens if you draw that in FL Studio. But maybe Finneas just played it on with the actual, pitch shifter on a synth, which makes more sense because he uses Logic. Okay, let's continue. 30 under 30 for another year. I can barely go outside, I think I hate it here. Maybe I should think about a new career, somewhere in Kauai where I can disappear. I've been having fun, getting older now. They didn't change my number, made him shut his mouth. At least I gave him something he can cry about. I thought about my future, but I want it now. Want it now. You can't get me out. You couldn't save me, but you can't let. Worst place to pause, I know, but I have to talk about what's going to happen in that chorus and what actually happened in the previous chorus. So there's huge amounts of autotune on Billie's voice that just sound almost humorous, almost like comical and memeable. But I actually think it sounds great. I actually think it sounds great on her voice, and it's really doing something to me because I like it when people don't use autotune. As I was watching Billie and Finneas rise to fame, I always thought it was so cool that they didn't feel the need to make everything perfect, and they talked about it openly in their Rolling Stone Bad Guy making of interview, right? They don't use it as a way to do what other producers do, which is pitch correction, right? And Finneas does that on his solo stuff, but not on Billie. They use it on Billie's stuff as an effect, right? As a way to completely change the tone. And I don't mind that. I think that's fantastic. I think it's super compelling. I think Billie's voice gets I don't know, magnified by the autotune, and maybe it's just all these hours of hearing her without it and knowing that she's such a great singer anyway, and she just does whatever she wants now, which I'm all for. Let's check out the ending. Hell yeah. So again, this is my second listen to this, and this is the second time I'm reacting because it glitched, but there is something about that outro. It's just so risk-filled. Actually, everything pretty much about this track is risky. The percussion, I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of the percussion throughout the song. Like at the beginning, have you ever heard percussion like that? It sounds so weird. The rhythm is so simple, but the sound of it is strange. And again, that's why also it relates to Bad Guy, because in Bad Guy there's this Australian pedestrian thing, right? The doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, it's a sample from Australia, and this sort of sounds the same way. What Phineas uses as the snare, it's like a beep, it's a bop sound, not super usual, right? It's not a drum sound really, but in the outro there, it is a drum sound, and it increases in tempo. The tempo flows. Have you ever heard that in a pop song? An outro that speeds up? That's so weird. I like that, and it sounds like it's going to be used as a transition into the second track of the album, because I think this is the first one. Again, a lot of Bad Guy parallels, and I can't help but wonder if it's not even on purpose. I'm getting some Night Call vibes, you know, the song Night Call by Kavinsky in the chorus. It sounds a lot like that, both, I think it's the tone of the synth and maybe I can't ever remember the name of that thing, the sidechain, that's right, and simply the chord progression. It's really similar, I dig that. It's just so visceral, Billy's vocals at the end of the track, and that note that's high pitched. Let me go back. I mean, that's just so beautiful. No lyric even, just I love that. And it reminds me of, weirdly enough, I can't quote the song, but it reminds me of a John Frusciante song. Maybe I'm thinking of Going Inside because it's in the same key and he sings high notes like that, but yeah. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, please check out this video. It's it's a Billie Eilish cover, and I'm sorry I was 37 hours late for this thing, but it's fine. Cue the outro music. Check out this video, I know you'll like it alone. Please click on it.